Call the order of the City Council meeting of December 18th, 2024. Jim, would you lead us in the pledge?
I decline.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Pledge allegiance to
the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Never been told that before.
Threw me off.
Me too.
It's the last meeting. It's all.
Oh, I'm scared.
Everybody's coughing.
Okay, Ms. Vicki, you can call roll when you're ready.
Here.
Phyllis Short,
Here.
Wayne Tubbs,
Here.
Jim Adams,
Here.
Melissa Choate,
Here.
Alice Sudd,
Here.
Jim Lay, Andy Eklund,
Here.
Attorney Prince, Mayor Griffin,
Here.
members of the press.
Okay. First, we need a motion to waive the reading of the minutes and approve them as presented from the September 19th, 2024 City Council meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Vicki?
Mr. Tubbs was absent at the September meeting.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Who was here?
Need a second?
I'll do the second. It was just Lane and Ally.
Yes. Ready for
Yes, ma'am.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Ally Sudd,
Abstain.
Jim Adams,
Yes.
J.P. Hodges.
Yes.
Lewis Short.
Yes.
Motion carried. Fabulous. Okay, next, a motion to waive the reading of the minutes and approve them as presented from the October 17th, 2024 City Council meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Vicki?
Passes
I
one. I don't know if we can pass this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was absent?
Jim needed to be here.
Well, I called him and let him know.
And he won't be
It
here,
was-
so what happens? Because he won't be here at the next one.
Oh,
You can do 4.
And you?
I guess so.
You can do 4, and then that'd be how many?
But we only
Can we do that?
You don't have to vote. You can be the deciding.
Okay.
She makes 4 though, right?
Do I make
J.P.
4?
Hodges,
I guess we can do the vote and see.
I think you only make 4.
That was my
You only
joke.
make 4. You make the 4th
Oh,
one.
then no, that's not gonna.
I don't think we can do it, can we?
Y'all can approve them in January, right? No.
But no.
No,
He won't be
you
here.
can't.
That's right.
Can we call Jim? Did somebody call him?
I did. I called him last week when we
I
changed
know, but we
it.
did
can
have
call
on
him
the
and have
phone.
him on the
Vote
phone.
over the phone.
I don't think we can do that.
We did it with you on iPad one time.
Yeah, I don't think we can do that.
Oh,
That's not helping us.
That was COVID.
So who are the,
We may can call him and see if he's coming.
He'd be here already.
Would somebody step out and call him?
I don't have his number.
I got it.
Do I? I think we all have it, don't we?
Amy, can you call him?
I don't have his phone, I don't have his phone number.
I'm getting it.
I don't either. Even
I already
if he
deleted
shows-
all of you guys in the group text. Is that too soon? No?
Even if he shows up at the end and we come back to him.
Yeah.
It says he's gonna be here this next December.
we're gonna get him in the fire department.
Fire department, yeah.
Yeah.
Melissa, Lewis, Lane, Casey, JP, Eklund. He's not even on this one, is he? No. Unless 7 people. I don't know. Well, let's table that for just a second, right?
Yeah, I just sent it to Miss Amy.
Go ahead and do November's and then come back.
Yeah, I'll come back. Thank you. Okay. Motion to waive the reading of the minutes and approve them as presented from November 21st.
So moved.
Second.
Who was my first?
Ally? Any discussion? Vicki, when you're ready.
Okay, JP Hodges
You have to abstain.
for November.
You have to abstain.
Yes, abstain, sorry.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Abstain.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Any answer?
No comment.
Is that 4 or 5?
She just said he wasn't feeling well enough to come.
Which meeting
that
is
was
this
5 for November.
That was 5, okay.
Just
Motion
talking
carried.
about October's the one we're having issues.
Yeah.
Too many people. Yeah, we have absentee list. We need Jim to pass it.
Wasn't it here for a portion of the meeting?
So who? No, you stayed home with your son.
Do what?
November meeting, you stayed home with your son.
Yeah.
We're talking about October.
Talking about October.
October's our issue.
Oh,
For
I was here for
October,
part.
we had 4 out.
You were here for part of it?
Mm-hmm.
October meeting?
Mm-hmm.
You're not on the absent list.
You were
Oh,
absent
oh.
for November's meeting.
November, yes, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Jim has to be here to approve it.
Okay. I don't know what to do with that.
I'm trying to find out.
Okay.
So we still got that
Well, I'll
hanging
continue
out.
on.
Yeah, let's press on.
Okay, next, approval of the payments journals dated November 1st to November 30th, 2024.
Make a motion to approve.
Need a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, Vicki?
Okay, Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
JP Hodges,
Yes.
Motion carried. Next, approval of the street fund financial statement, sanitation fund, general fund financial statements, community center, O&M, and miscellaneous funds dated November 30th, 2024.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
This isn't about the financial thing, but Jim will have to resign, and we'll have to appoint somebody before the end of the year to do that, if he can't come to a meeting.
So we need to have a special meeting?
That's be the only way to
To
approve that.
resign?
To approve the minutes from, but they wouldn't be here either.
No, they
right? So
wouldn't,
we-
no,
yeah,
it won't.
yeah,
It's
that
done.
would-
I mean, I'm just trying to see, I'm trying to figure out, look up what
What we could do.
the options are.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are we doing? We do the same thing in January with December's minutes, so.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's
no,
what-
we haven't
Yeah.
had this happen.
That's
We
true.
we haven't had this happen.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind, I'm sorry.
But
We were doing payment.
December
But it
minutes.
could
But
happen.
but it's always the
You-
same.
You had a big
people.
You
turnover.
can't
Or
get
one
off,
change.
you can't get off the
Never
council
been
until that's finished.
Half the council.
But it could be.
He's already turned in his resignation.
This will be a good precedent to
There
set,
has to be
because
a-
Melissa and I won't be here
There
to
has to be
vote.
something, yeah.
What?
See you next month.
But even that,
Are you ready?
You guys can't
Yes,
leave
ma'am.
council
Okay.
until this is finished.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Very busy.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Jim Adams,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
JP Hodges,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Motion carried. Next, you have supervisor reports in your packet. Do you have any questions for the supervisors?
Josh, can you give us a rundown of the aquatic center and timeline and that's what, yeah.
So obviously part of that training project, which I approved in that meeting, it was 87,000 ductwork, we got down to 58,000. All that's been removed, but that Dextron unit is the dehumidifier, pull pack, and the heater. And so that's something that Nick told me, right when they got this finished, he was like, man, you're not gonna have heat this winter. And we have to heat the pool, so the pool water is what's heating everything else. Problem is, just the best analogy I've heard is, imagine a boiling pot of water, you put a lid on it, punch condensation, take the lid off, and it eventually evaporates. So we can open the roof. Opening the roof allows that to escape. Opening the roof also causes it to get cold coming in. People are still using it. Even the same people who are complaining, like come back the next day and they're in it. But this weekend, it's going to be a test for us. We're going to have some 25-degree weather, I believe. It's going to be interesting what happens then. So the pull pack, all of that, from my understanding, is built to spec. Like they're not just sitting on a shelf. It's like, what's your square footage? What do you dehumidify? So they're building that. And we're just told March. We're trying to push them to, obviously, as quickly as we can. He's asked several times, Tim with Train, who's my contact with them. So that's what we're working on. So we have heaters in the locker rooms trying to keep, and it's only, I mean, the water temperature is maintaining, I actually cranked them up. Usually the lap pool's 86. It's set about 92 now. So, I mean, like, you can stand it from the locker room to the pool, and then obviously being wet though and getting out. I mean, it's cold, and obviously the older you are, the colder you're going to get. So it's not a great situation, but the condensation, when we close everything up, we have, and the mayor's seen it, we have 2 inches of water in some places that just sit, which is it's damaging the sheetrock. Those mildew at the top, we've already talked with the contractor. By the time we open up, somebody's going to have to build a scaffold and power wash that, probably repaint it. The flooring's coming up already from this, and the flooring was coming up when I first got here 2 years ago, but now this has helped progress it quite a bit. So I mean, like, this is something that we'll have to put more money to in 2025.
Why don't we close it until March?
Well, the issue is because people use it, and even if we do close it, then the situation is, okay, we still have a pool of water, so I'm gonna, you know.
I think we'd have to close it and drain it.
Yeah, we'd have to completely drain it. Plaster is not good for plaster to be frozen. The pools I was at before, we usually kept them full and just kept it rotating, so you're still paying for everything.
Right.
So as long as people are still using it, I say let's let them use it. But there's going to be a day, I think that day might be this weekend, and then when we start getting into January and we know we have 35-degree highs and things like that, yeah, we'll then have to figure something out. We'll then have to close it and figure out something with the staff that we have over there, and obviously keep that building manageable somewhere.
Is it against any kind of code or OSHA or safety things that we have in place to bring in larger space heaters? You have small ones in the dressing rooms, right?
We have, yes, we just have plug-in electric
Yeah.
heaters from FL Davis. Not sure what all we can do. We talked about putting, I mean, and again, at the other end of this, and what I've told everybody who's called me, 100 days, less than 100 days now. Like, give us less than 100 days. It's gonna be my problem from then on. It's my job to manage it, make sure we're never in this situation again 15 years from now, all that. But to answer your question, I don't know. So do we put money into, you know, gas heaters, propane tanks that you might see like on a deck or patio or something like that? We've discussed things like that, and it's just, do we want to spend that extra money to do something like that for just a small amount of time? Or are we better off potentially just closing it once it gets to that temperature? Because y'all know also, just like we have 35-degree highs in January, we could have 70-degree highs in January. We don't know. So I don't want to just say, let's close it, done until March, because we don't know what the weather's going to do.
Have you called like Sunbelt Rentals, United Rentals, or any of the rental homes? A lot of them will have like construction site type big units
That's what
that you can like duct in.
Well, we just had a contractor come in and mostly talking with Nick.
Okay.
And, you know, and it's just like, we're doing everything we can with the locker rooms, and you really are. It's cold from that, and like the last couple of days, it's actually been pretty warm in there, as muggy as it's been. But like I said, I'll project that to be, you know, once it pulls off this weekend. But no, I have not contacted him.
Okay, well, I know sometimes these jobs, construction sites will do that for a building that's under construction. I'm just curious.
Now, I was actually at some point in time, I had a conversation with our fire chief and them, but what they felt about having some type of gas heaters, you know, and the roof is cracked, it's cracked about 8 feet, you know, and so is that enough space to have, you know, I wouldn't think you would want a gas propane tank sitting in a room burning, you know, 12 hours a day.
The ones that construction sites have usually are like, the unit's outside and then you have a duct to it, and it has a massive
Okay.
heat output, but it's outside the building, it just blows the air in.
Yep, I'll look into that.
That's just an idea. It may be cost prohibitive, but just an idea.
Not as much as replacing the floor and ceiling.
True.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know. It could be $10,000 a week.
that's true.
Yeah. It might be worth an offer. Sunbelt Rentals, United Rentals, they have them. So.
What rentals?
It's like commercial
Hums
heating unit
or
rental.
Any of the, yeah.
Hums is a good one too. They're local, small.
There's a couple of them in Conway, different.
Okay.
places.
It's such a big area in there, like, I don't know how that would work, but once you get in there, it's just a big open area, so I don't know.
I think all we'd be interested in doing is having enough to knock down the humidity. That'd be about it.
Gotcha.
You know, I don't think it wouldn't be 80 in there. I think it'd be 60 less humid probably. Just a thought, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can price them.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
Josh, I think we probably ought to bring up and discuss the fields while you're,
Okay, so we have the contract, they redid Field 6, which is our high school baseball field. We've had probably, I don't know how much rain we've had the last couple of days, but the field's underwater still. I mean, we spent close to $30,000 and it's still, maybe not 6 inches underwater like it was, but it's still probably 3 inches underwater. We did contact another contractor, JP actually was out there with him. Do you have any takeaway from what he was saying? I kind of agree with some things he was saying.
Yeah, he's right, and
He did
it's
give you-
not correct. What was done was not done correctly.
so whenever we discuss doing field 1, is it?
Field 1 is the.
Yeah, so field 1, the softball field, we gave Josh the permission
ahead,
to go
huh?
ahead and authority to go ahead and do the 25,000. That's not using, if he didn't use Jeff and use the other guy, we kind of thought that it might entice Jeff to come on back and get the other field fixed too, but it doesn't look like he's going to. He's done some pretty sketchy
Some
things a
thoughts.
little bit.
Instead of just contacting me and telling me he was on his way, and we had the gate locked, and he took his tools, took the hinges off the gate to get into the field. He could have just called me, we would have unlocked the gate. He would use some of our equipment without us asking us for it. I guess he had a key previously, just walked into the shop and used some of our stuff. So those things I'm kind of confused on why he did that. I've had that conversation with him, and that's where this other contractor came in. And he was the higher bid, Field 6. He came in and he gave me a quote, what he thinks that would fix Field 6. It was still around $22,000, an additional $22,000. And then he's going to do Field 1 for us. He's going to get a quote. The way that y'all passed everything at the last meeting, it was just not to exceed $25,000.
Right.
And we just assured that we're not going to go over that to fix Field 1. I think Field 6 also is whether, and we don't, like, I'm learning a lot about fields. It's just even JP was out there just listening to him and how things all mix together, but, you know, the field's cracked in certain areas. It's holding water still.
The bottom line is we paid him, the oddities aside, we paid him to do a job, and it still is not done, so I think we give him an opportunity to fix it,
Well,
and then pursue legal action if he
we've-
doesn't fix it.
And
We've kind of been patient already.
He came and fixed it. It's still
Well,
not up to par. You know, you know how to read text messages. He has to deal with. I can
Yeah.
take a picture and I can send it to him. It says read. Well, he's read the last couple of text messages I've sent to him about, you know, pictures of the field over
Right.
water. He is not responding.
We also discovered that there's either 2 or 3 strips of sod that were laid on the back of the infield, around the entire infield, as the infield beats the outfield. So it's dammed up the water there, okay? In this other guy's professional opinion, that needed to be dealt with before the infield was attempted to be fixed. And if proper grading was going on, he felt that should have been seen at that time. And then we could have either scraped that sod off and tilled it, got it down to where it needed to be. Because right now, even after all that he brought in, you could still see the rim of the outfield.
Well-
And then you go 8 feet and then it goes off again.
The scope of work included, we don't want them to hold water, right? And so he did it, we trusted him to do the fix and didn't work. We paid him to do the fix and didn't work.
Correct.
And so I think he needs to
I think
fix
we're gonna have
it.
to get Rebecca to
Yeah, I think-
at least, at
Write a
minimum,
letter.
form
Send a
some
letter.
type of letter to,
With those pictures.
you know,
Because
I
now you're
don't
getting
know.
close to time, right?
It
Yeah,
needs to
I
be-
mean,
needs to be
I don't,
handled
Yeah,
I
we
don't
wanna
know
get
if
it
you
done
wanna
before
threaten
spring.
anything, but I don't, something has to be done, because
Just a
we've been,
direct letter.
what, 3 months now?
Well, yeah, it was, but
October, end of October,
Yeah.
we're working on it.
we also need to ask Rebecca if there's any legal recourse if we have this other firm fix it, if we can transfer the bill
Well, we're
to
getting
the people who
pretty,
are supposed to fix it.
pretty close to time on that, Mayor, so I think you need to
That's what they
have
start
Rebecca
playing.
move on that
End of
pretty
February?
fast.
That's when they start playing, when
Yeah,
they
that's
start
what I mean, it's in February or
practicing.
something.
Yeah.
They'll
I
start
mean,
practicing
in the
January.
It needs to start January
contract, that he did not,
2nd.
if he did not fulfill the contract, I mean, that's well within what we need to do. I mean, it should be spelled out, the
The only-
verbiage and everything in the
Yeah,
contract.
the only concern is there's not but 2 guys that do this. So I don't necessarily think you want to burn any bridge.
I don't think we
Well,
want
I
to walk
don't
on that
think
bridge
we
again.
No, I know, we don't want to walk on it, but we don't want to burn it either.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't
it's-
think we're
doesn't sound
burning
like
a
you
bridge, I
did
think we're
it,
holding
but
them
yeah.
accountable.
That we need to do.
Agreed.
I think if we're gonna charge accordingly and do all that stuff, we need to have it fixed, and if, my suspicion is we'll probably end up having to pay the other company to do it, and then try to get the recourse out of the fix out of the original company, is what if we want it done, and actually done by baseball season.
But, I mean, I don't think you're gonna tell Josh to call Jeff and tell him to come fix that field again, or field 1.
I think, have we done that already? He tried to, he
Well,
said
that's he showed up on a Saturday morning without
Unannounced.
calling me. I was lucky enough to have staff out there. And
I would probably give him the opportunity to talk to you until about January 6th, and then I'd probably get a handle.
And, you know, I had somewhat, signed off, if that's the right word, or had, what word am I looking for here?
We-
I had,
you and I both
referred
in the-
him, I had
yeah.
referred him, in confidence, because I have another working relationship with him in another area. And when I was told about him coming to the fields and using our equipment with a former employee of our city and not asking and feeling like he had the
That's a pretty big insurance limit.
authority to do that, that really bothered me. And it's to the point of considering cutting my ties on the other thing that I have going.
Well, and that's your personal, that's your
And it's not,
business.
yeah.
But, and even the using the city stuff, we've already used it, nobody got hurt, thankfully. That's beside the point, is we need the field fixed, in my opinion. Because get the field fixed, and we have to ask Rebecca first if we could have it fixed, pay the 22,000, and then bill it, sue them for it, or do we give them one final opportunity to actually meet with them? I don't know, but.
Or even,
I don't thi- I
some
mean-
type of letter, so that he'll respond to Josh.
well,
I think we might be
it's-
past that.
He should be, you're
I think
right.
it's clear that more dirt's gonna have to be brought in. And his contract stated we only needed X amount of dirt. And so therefore, and I think I've said that, if he's gonna try to charge us with the dirt that is needed. I mean, if you walked out there right now, you would see the boat. I mean, whether it was watering or not, you'd see the boat before it rained, and you knew it was gonna hold water once rain came.
And
So-
he
Could we,
gave us- he
could we
gave us
not
the
get a
yardage,
quote
right?
from the other person of what it would cost to get it right?
22.
And give that
22.
to him as well, and say, if this isn't completed in so many days, they're going to be doing this, and you're gonna get the bill for it.
Just as long as that we're legally within our right to do that, I think
Right.
that that's a fair play to go with.
And it feels
Okay.
to me like we're at the point of Rebecca handling this from this point and not Josh.
I think,
Yeah,
I think it should.
I think so.
Because he's done all he can do to get him to
Yeah.
respond.
I think that's
And-
correct.
I think she can
And if
just
he's not
maybe
getting
send a letter and
traction-
get some attention. Get his attention with a letter from Rebecca.
And I would say the plan B is allocate the 25,000 that we had for the other one to turn around and get that fixed, and then try to get it back out of him if he doesn't respond. Because we do, that's what, the baseball field?
This is the high school baseball field.
And we want that and the softball field done.
Yes, the high school softball field still needs to be done.
Correct, so that's another 25,000. So we need $50,000.
That's the 25 that we,
But
discussed,
if we took
yeah.
that and pushed that over to the 22, we need another 25.
yeah.
So basically, we need to allocate $50,000 to get those two done, and then do recourse to the original contractor to get it back.
So JP, you know him and he's not responding to you either?
Yeah, well, I'm not working on this deal with him.
Gotcha.
I'm not
Okay.
communicating with him at all.
It's
I've
probably
kept
not.
separate on that. Yeah, that, my.
Oh, you're working on another project?
Yeah, and I'm
Gotcha.
having.
So he's getting
similar-
back to you on that
I have
project?
No, I have similar
Get
issues.
something on
Okay.
the ball.
It's a
I think we
principal
should
matter with me.
Send a
Yeah.
letter, get her opinion, and plan the other company
Yeah.
to fix it, move on.
Okay.
Get it out of them.
Sorry, I just thought we should get that out.
No problem.
No, I appreciate that, that's
Okay.
good.
Anything
Along
else
the
for
lines
Josh?
of water, I think the highway department for digging the ditch in front of Dollar General and out there, but it's holding water. Even all before this rain, after they did it, it seems like it's flat. Doesn't look like it's.
Where are you talking about?
In front of
In
Dollar
front of
General?
Dollar General,
Which one?
Which one?
By Future?
on Main Street, the one where they just dug out.
Oh,
And then out by the ball
see it.
fields along 107 where they just dug out, it's just holding the water. I mean, I don't know which way it should be flowing or any of that, but it's just sitting there. Even before all this rain we just got, it's just sitting there. We're gonna have mosquitoes coming up soon. Should that not be some kind of, not flat?
Whose does that fall under, us, or is that City Street or
The
County?
highway department's the one
Highway
that dug it out.
Department.
They just didn't grade it on out?
No, I mean, it's just flat, it's just holding the water, it's not going anywhere.
Okay, I'll make a phone call.
Josh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Y'all
Josh.
want to discuss the train contract while I'm up here, or?
Sure.
We need to wait for that, I can come back on T2.
I mean, that's fine.
I'd say we hit it while
you're Yeah. here.
So we'll.
You're ready.
We've already sent the letter to Powers to cancel that contract.
Never heard back, did you?
Haven't heard a thing back.
Shocking.
So this new contract for train is $21,366.08 for the year, which is less than what we were spending with Powers.
And it will actually cover all of the actual equipment we own,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
I will, now, one thing about that contract, the first inspection, they'll walk through is when they're also gonna walk through and say, hey, this is aged more than it should, you might look at replacing it. So I fully anticipate there's gonna be a list of things, so that 21,000 within the first year, I do anticipate that being higher, because I can see them saying,
We're not gonna cover that.
Fixed,
Yeah.
this needs to be fixed, this needs to be fixed, that has not been taken.
That'll be a good list to have anyway, to pick away at in the subsequent years, you know?
Absolutely.
You're going to have to find a way to make some more money.
Working on it.
We're in a splash pad.
Boom. The pad of the splash pad's out there, looks good.
Okay.
I'd say do we have to vote on that contract, or is he good to go?
No, I think we need to vote on it because it's above my,
I make a motion that we sign the contract with Train.
we're
For-
still under supervisor reports.
Okay. Yeah, you're right, go there after, sorry. I'll hold it,
hold. Okay, anything else for the supervisors?
Might be my last motion.
Okay, new business, rezoning ordinance for the second reading.
Is that ordinance number again?
Jim,
It
you're reading all
doesn't have a
the
number
ordinances
yet.
Oh,
tonight,
does
right?
it?
You're reading all the ordinances tonight,
That's
right?
the pass.
I'll read them, I'm not scared.
I mean, you go out the bank.
All right, do we have to read the full thing again?
Yes.
The west half of the southwest quarter, is that the one we're on?
yeah.
Yep.
All right, the ordinance number,
Haven't passed yet, so don't know.
don't know, okay. Here we go. An ordinance amending the zoning map attached thereto and for other purposes. Whereas the zoning map of the city of Heber Springs classified as residential zone R1, the following describe real property, the real property to wit: the west half of the southwest corner of the southwest quarter and the north half of the east half of the southeast quarter of the southwest quarter, section 16, township 10 north, range 10 west of the 5th principal meridian, Cleveland County, Arkansas, less 0.62 acres of land with an easement of 2.83 acres of land acquired by the United States government as the same now appears of record in deed record number 96, page 317 to 318 of the deed records of Cleveland County, Arkansas, reserving an unrestricted easement for ingress, egress, and utility purposes 20 feet in width running north and south along the west half of the southeast quarter of the southwest quarter, section 16, township 10 north, range 10 west, for the benefit of the grantor, the grantor's successors, and assigns forever. Said strip of land currently known as Wanda Lane, which has been declared an open road by the court order of Cleveland County Circuit Court, April 15, 2005, containing an aggregate of 29.38 acres, more or less, according to the U.S. government survey thereof. commonly known as parcel 300-03173-112, subdivision 161010, Heber Springs, 25.95 acres, and parcel 300.03173-000, subdivision 161010, Heber Springs, 3.33 acres. Whereas a petition has been filed within the city of Heber, with the City of Heber Springs Planning and Zoning Commission for rezoning of real property from residential zone R1 to rural resort zone RR, and whereas the Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas, having conducted a public hearing after giving of notice as required by law and having approved said position and recommended to the City Council the rezoning of said land, and the City Council having reviewed the same has determined that it would be the best interest of the City of Heber Springs and its inhabitants if said property be rezoned as requested. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of Heber Springs, Arkansas, that Section 1, the ordinance number blank, and the zoning map of the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas, be it and hereby is amended to show that the above described real property is reclassified from residential zone R1 to rural resort zone RR for the consideration upon the conditions herein above set out. Section 2, all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, next we have an amendment to the employee handbook. Just trying to say too many things at one time.
Want me to read it?
Yeah,
Bless you.
bless you.
Amendment to the employee handbook effective 1/1/2025, section compensation, overtime, uniform employees, fire. Below is added to the current section of the handbook. Uniform employees fired. The city elects the 7,000 exemption for non-exempt firefighters who are scheduled to work up to 106 hours in a 14-day work period prior to earning overtime compensation. If the sleep exemption allowed under the FSLA is met, up to 8 hours for a 24-hour shift will be excluded in regard to calculating overtime.
Great, I need a motion to accept.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Here's my second.
Andy?
You can give it to any one of the three. We got it.
You got it, though.
Any discussion? Ms. Vicky?
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
JP Hodges,
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Motion carried. Next, we have the train contract that we just heard all about. I need a motion to enter into a contract with train,
So moved.
And the amount was 21,000, what was it?
36608.
Perfect.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, Vicky?
Jim Adams,
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
JP Hodges,
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Motion carried. Next, we have the trash truck loans for sanitation. The current payoff is $368,2044. It's good until December. The buyback agreement will be refunded $102,000 per truck, totaling $204,000 after the first year. The new garbage trucks are set to be ready February 4th. We have a rate from Eagle Bank for 4.44. The anticipated drop is 25. I don't know what all that means. Carrie, do you want to elaborate on any of this? It'll be a 2-year term with a 5-year amortization. We'll have monthly payments instead of quarterly, which we had before. That's why we have such a large payoff. The payments will be $8,100 a month with River City Hydraulics. And then at the end of the loan, we should owe around $27,699 with a buyback check of $248. That'll only leave us owing $22,699 at the end of the 2 years.
So there's a balloon note of 20,000 at the end.
Yeah.
Pay 9,000 a month for 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Plus 23,000. So $240,000 total we'll have paid on the garbage trucks. Sounds reasonable. Okay. Do we need them? Do we need new garbage trucks? Okay.
And these are the ones that don't require the
CDL.
the CDL? These
These are
are
big boys.
CDLs. What happened on that? I thought that was something you were looking into.
It's in the plan.
Okay. I make a motion to buy some new garbage trucks from Eagle Bank, through Eagle Bank. Do we have to do that or no?
Yes. And I also need you to add that it gives me authorization to sign on behalf of the city. The bank has requested that.
So you're personally liable? That's a good thing. I'm just kidding.
Sure.
I'm just kidding. I'd like to include in the motion that Mayor Casey Griffin has authorization to conduct such contract.
Second.
Pay off. Okay.
Yeah, because that's,
Mm,
can you give me the amount? Make a motion that we pay off the first two before we buy the second two for $368,020.44. Can I get a second?
You already got a second.
Who, I
I think
got a
he's still
second?
writing.
How much did that was the turn back on?
Okay.
You said it was two,
The term,
what,
oh, that was left, 368.
no, okay. My bad. Two oh four.
When you're ready.
Okay. Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Jim Adams,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
JP Hodges,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
yes.
Andy Eklund.
Yes.
Motion carried. Next up, we've got a building permit fee ordinance.
Want me to read it?
Absolutely.
Should we read it then
And-
discuss it?
Well, we can, and we can also suspend the rules and read it one time only. Is that right? Hold
Yeah.
on.
Right? How is this any different from the ones before? Did we not have a building permit?
We're just doing some housekeeping.
Okay. What did you do, on some rates?
Huh?
What did we do? What was the housekeeping? Like, we already have this in
This
place,
is the
right?
housekeeping, correct.
It's just like updating rates or what
Putting
was
the,
it?
putting the
Yeah.
ordinance in place. Housekeeping.
Do we not have the ordinance in place?
We're updating it.
Yeah.
Mayor,
Ma'am.
all I have is that we had a motion and a second and a vote on paying off the first two truck.
Okay.
So now we need to go back and do a vote on purchasing the new trucks, please.
Yep.
Do we need to do that again? Yes, for the rate, for the four,
We paid off and then now we gotta buy them.
now we gotta buy them. Okay, so I need a motion to,
We already have a motion.
Jim made the motion.
We do have a motion.
Yep.
Yes.
I'll
We just need a
second it.
vote.
Just
Yes.
need to vote it.
We can keep it at that, but now we need to vote for the
Okay.
purchase of them.
Okay.
We jumped
Okay.
from the purchase to
Back to
paying
the
off
paying off.
the other two first.
okay,
Now we gotta go back. and
so
vote.
now we need another motion and a second?
No, we got it. We just
We
need to
got
vote.
that.
Motion
Need to vote.
and a second, I think
Yes,
it's-
ma'am.
Okay, when you're ready.
Okay. JP Hodges,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Andy Eklund.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you, I guess I got lost. Okay, building permits,
Ready?
ready?
Ordinance number?
Do we need to make a motion to read it by title only one time, or?
Oh, yeah, we do. But we can read it first, right? I
We
still
need a
lost.
motion to waive the rules
And-
and just
And read it by
I make a
read
motion,
it
make,
one time in
waive the
its
rules.
entirety instead of reading it three
Read it.
separate times. You don't
You-
have to do that.
Right.
Still have to read it once.
I make that motion.
Okay.
Second.
Just tell me when to read.
We want to do that for all of them?
Yeah, we'll probably have to do each one though.
Separately.
Do it separately for each one? Okay. All right. Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
J.P. Hodges.
Yes.
Louis Short.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Now you-
Jim,
Now I'm ready?
ready?
Do we have an ordinance number? Or does that have to pass first?
If it passes, it will be 2024-21.
Okay. An ordinance to establish the cost of building permits and inspection fees within the corporate limits of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas. Section 1, purpose, whereas the city council of the city of Heber Springs have been reviewing its ordinances prescribing the cost of building permits and inspection fees, and whereas the city council believes it would be in the best interest of the city to revise and update such ordinances, now therefore be it ordained by the city council of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, that ordinance 90-3, 2004-4, 2004-7, passed and approved by the Heber Springs City Council and now codified in the Heber Springs Municipal Code, section 11.05, and the regulations of the Planning Commission incorporated therein, is hereby amended in its entirety to read as follows. Section 2, application requirements. And any owner or authorized agent who intends to construct, enlarge, alter, remove, demolish, or change the occupancy of a building or structure, or to erect, install, enlarge, alter, repair, remove, convert, or replace any electrical, gas, mechanical, or plumbing system, when installation of which is regulated by code, or to cause any such work to be done, shall first make application to the city building official and obtain the required permits. Section 3, building permit fees. Residential building permit and fee inspection schedule, construction, utility permit fees apply. First 500 square feet of construction under roof, $50. Each additional square foot of construction remodel under roof, 3 cents per square foot. Electrical, 3 cents per square foot. Square foot of plumbing under the roof, 3 cents per square foot. An additional square foot of heating and air under roof, 1 cent per square foot. Inspection fee for building permit, residential footing, foundation, framing, construction inspections are $40. Commercial building permit, inspection schedule, and fee schedule, construction utility permit fees apply. First 500 square feet of construction under a roof, $50. Each additional square foot of construction remodel, 3 cents per square foot. Electrical, 3 cents per square foot. Square foot of plumbing, 3 cents per square foot. Additional square foot of heating and air under roof, 1 cent per square foot. Inspection fee for building permit, residential footing, foundation, framing, construction inspections, $100. State commercial tax permit fee, 50 cents per $1,000 of new construction cost. Other building permit and remodel permit fee, utility permit fees apply. Remodel residential commercial, $1 per $1,000 of construction value with $30 minimum fee. Residential accessory building less than 500 square feet, $25. Section 4, utility permit fees. Residential utility permit fees, $40 for HVAC, electrical, gas, plumbing are all $40 each. Reinspection fee is $20. Commercial utility permit fees. HVAC first unit is $80. Additional units, $20. Any alteration, $60 in HVAC. And then electrical, gas, and plumbing are $60 each with a reinspection fee of $20. One unit consists of one AC unit or one heating unit or one combination unit. Section 5, miscellaneous building and utility permit fees. Fence, $30. Storm shelter, $25. Demolition, $25. Tent, $25. Annual permit for a commercial or industrial facility, $20. Variance filing fee, $75. Zone change filing fee, $75. Planned unit development fee, $300. Planned unit development fee each lot, $10. Street cut permit, no fee. Permit reinstatement fee, $25. Section 6, permit and inspection requirements. Permits and inspection fees shall be required for construction, remodel, plumbing, gas, mechanical, electrical work, and inspections in accordance with the city ordinance, state law, or regulations, and other codes are adopted. In the event of any reinspection caused by the failure of the owner, contractor, plumber, electrician, or other trade to be ready for test inspection, the inability of the inspector to obtain entry to perform testing and inspection, insufficient information as to the location of the premises or building, and where reinspections are necessary by failure to comply with laws, rules, and regulations, or other code requirements, then such reinspection fees as defined above will be assessed. Section 7, duties of building inspector. Building inspector for the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas shall cause to be collected all permit costs and fees as prescribed here, and all of which shall be deposited in the general funds of the city. Building inspector for the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas shall perform all inspections as required by this ordinance or law. Section 8, repeal of confliction provisions. All ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith are hereby repealed to the extent of the conflict. Severability. If any section, subsection, sentence, clause, or phrase of the ordinance is for any reason held to be unconstitutional or unlawful, such decision shall not affect the validity of the remaining portions of this ordinance. Section 10, emergency clause. Whereas it is of the utmost emergency that the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas have an up-to-date building permit fee schedule to protect the property and lives of the citizens of our city. Therefore, an emergency is hereby declared to exist, and this ordinance being necessary for the immediate protection of the public peace, health, and safety shall take effect immediately upon its passage and approval.
Make a motion, we approve the ordinance?
I have some, I would like to discuss it. So what is different? You said update from what we already have. Like, are we adding additional costs, or is this what we already have?
It's what
Is
we
it
already-
wordage? Like, I'm
Yeah.
confused.
Ronnie, do you wanna?
You want me to explain it?
I mean,
Best you can.
So in January, February of 2019, it went to planning and zoning for discussion. Those were told to up the rates by $10. Those were tabled by planning and zoning.
Okay.
In sometime between January and April of 2020, the rates were updated in our system. Those rates that you see are what we've been charging since April of 2020.
Okay.
We have no ordinance saying we should have had it at that rate.
Gotcha.
So this is placing an ordinance in place at our existing rates. We're
Make
probably
it
not going to up the rates because the rates that we're charging fall in line with the rates across the state and municipalities our size.
Okay.
But there was no ordinance in place for that. So this is
Gotcha.
bringing us in with the ordinance in place for the city.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for explaining.
Thank you.
Second.
Any more discussion? Jim, second. Vicki, when you're ready.
Okay, Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Blaine Tubbs.
Yes.
J.P. Hodges.
Yes.
Motion carried. Now,
Emergency clause.
yes, ma'am. I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause.
So moved.
Second.
Vicki, when you're ready.
Blaine Tubbs.
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Jim Adams,
Yes.
J.P. Hodges,
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Andy Eklund.
Yes.
Motion carried.
So read it the second time, right? Title?
Title only, yeah.
Ordinance?
No?
No, we're good?
Yeah?
No.
Which one
What?
are you
I'm sorry,
doing?
I was
No,
right.
we
We
just
already
approved
read
it.
the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just need to approve the
Yeah.
emergency
I
clause.
think we're
That one's
good.
finished.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, next. Ordinance adopting 2021 Fire Prevention Code.
Ordinance number
22.
2024-22. An ordinance adopting the 2021 Arkansas Fire Prevention Code containing fire prevention building codes and residential codes. Be it ordained by the City Council of Heber Springs, Arkansas, Section 1, adoption of the Arkansas Fire Prevention Code. The City Council does hereby adopt by reference the 2021 edition of the Arkansas Fire Prevention Code consisting of Volume 1 Fire, Volume 2 Building, Volume 3 Residential, and all appendices also known as the International Building Code with the Arkansas Fire Code exceptions. As the whole thereof, save and accept such portions as in hereafter deleted, modified, or amended. Any future adoptions of the Arkansas Fire Prevention Codes by the state of Arkansas will be effective in the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, on the effective date of the state implementation. Section 2, maintenance of the copies for public view and inspection. Not less than 3 copies have been and are now filed with the office of the clerk or recorder of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas. Section 3, inspection and supervision. It shall be the duty of the chief of the Heber Springs Fire Department, fire marshal of the Heber Springs Fire Department, building inspector for the city of Arkansas, and other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, to enforce all provisions of this ordinance, and such inspector or inspectors is hereby granted the authority to enter all buildings within the corporate limits of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, or in the area serviced by the Heber Springs Fire Department, as authorized by the Arkansas State Fire Marshal Office in reference to the adopted code of this ordinance. The chief of the Heber Springs Fire Department, fire marshal of the Heber Springs Fire Department, building inspector for the city of Heber Springs, or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, shall prepare or cause to be prepared suitable forms for applications, permits, inspection reports, and other such materials. It shall be the duty of the chief of the Heber Springs Fire Department, fire marshal of the Heber Springs Fire Department, building inspector for the city of Heber Springs, or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, to inspect all work for compliance with this ordinance and its adopted code, and to enforce changing of such installations that do not meet requirements. It further shall be the duty of the chief of the Heber Springs Fire Department, fire marshal of the Heber Springs Fire Department, building inspector for the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas. See, all persons doing work shall be qualified by state law. Section 4, application. From the date on which this ordinance shall take effect, the provisions thereof shall be controlling within the corporate limits of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, or in the area serviced by the Heber Springs Fire Department as authorized by the Arkansas State Fire Marshal Office in reference to the adopted code of this ordinance. Section 5, repeal of conflicting provisions. All ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict with the provisions of this ordinance are hereby repealed to the extent of the conflict. When the Arkansas Fire Prevention Code conflicts with the 2010 Americans with Disability Act standard for accessible design, the conflicting provisions of the 2010 Americans with Disability Act standard for accessible design shall be controlled as provided by Arkansas Code annotated 12-13-117. Section 6, severability. If any section, subsection, sentence, clause, or phrase of this ordinance is for any reason held to be unconstitutional or unlawful, such decision shall not affect the validity of the remaining portions of this ordinance. Section 7, emergency clause. Where it is of the utmost urgency that the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas have an up-to-date fire and building code to protect the property and lives of the citizens of our city, therefore an emergency is hereby declared to exist, and this ordinance being necessary for immediate protection of the public peace, health, and safety shall take effect immediately upon its passage and approval.
I make a motion to place the reading on second reading by title only.
Second.
Point of order, excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we just vote to waive the rules and read it one time in full?
Because it's already included in the bottom.
Yes, because I learned this.
Yes.
Yeah. Sounds good.
We can do it after we've already.
Suspend the rules and then just read it. You can vote to suspend the rules and just have it read that one time.
We can do that
Could
after.
do it at the beginning, but
Right.
it doesn't matter as long as y'all vote to do that. We don't have to read it a second and third time.
That is true.
Because it's already stated it is an emergency anyhow.
Yes.
Well, no, we got-
Motion to suspend the rules, right?
Yes.
and read it at one time
In full, yes.
Enact the emergency clause.
Yeah, after we vote.
I have a motion to just-
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
J.P. Hodges.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I move to
Adopt.
the ordinance.
Oh, yes.
Second.
Vicki?
Jim Adams,
Yes.
J.P. Hodges.
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Melissa Choate.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Why don't we do the electrical code next? What do you think?
But no,
We do.
We're going to do the emergency clause.
After, that's what I meant after that.
I make a motion to approve the emergency clause.
Second.
Vicki, when you're ready?
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
J.P. Hodges,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I make a motion to place the reading of the 2020 Arkansas National Electrical Code ordinance on first reading in full only. Is
Second.
that right? I haven't done that in forever, is that correct?
Second.
And it'll be number 23.
Ordinance 2024-23. An ordinance adopting the
Don't we
2020.
need to vote to,
Oh, you're right,
Yeah.
sorry. Now
So-
I'm getting, it's a
Okay.
hard before the horse. Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Andy Eklund.
Yes.
J.P. Hodges.
Yes.
Louis Short,
yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Ordinance 2024-23. An ordinance adopting the 2020 Arkansas National Electric Code containing NFPA 70-2020 National Electric Code with amendments and additions. Be it ordained by the City Council of Heber Springs, Arkansas. Section 1, adoption of 2020 Arkansas National Electric Code. The City Council does hereby adopt by reference the 2020 Arkansas National Electric Code containing NFPA 70-2020 National Electric Code with amendments and additions and whole thereof, save and accept such portions as are herein deleted, modified, or amended. Any future adoptions of the Arkansas National Electric Code by the State of Arkansas will be effective in the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas, on the effective date of state implementation. Section 2, maintenance of copies for public view and inspection. Not less than 3 copies have been and are now filed in the office of the Clerk or Recorder of the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas. Section 3, inspection and supervision. It shall be the duty of the electrical inspector for the city of Heber Springs or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, to enforce all provisions of this ordinance, and such inspector or inspectors hereby granted the authority to enter all buildings within the corporate limits of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas. The electrical inspector for the city of Heber Springs or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, shall prepare or cause to be prepared suitable forms for applications, permits, inspection reports, and other such materials. It shall be the duty of the electrical inspector for the city of Heber Springs or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, to inspect all work for compliance with this ordinance of its adopted code and to enforce changing of such installations that do not meet the requirements. It further shall be the duty of the electrical inspector for the city of Heber Springs or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, to see that all persons doing work shall be qualified by state law. Section 4, application. From the date on which this ordinance shall take effect, the provisions thereof shall be controlling within the corporate limits of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas. Section 5, repeal of conflicting provisions. All ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict with the provisions of this ordinance are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict. Section 6, severability. If any section, subsection, sentence, clause, or phrase of this ordinance is for any reason held to be unconstitutional or unlawful, such decision shall not affect the validity of the remaining portions of this ordinance. Section 7, emergency clause. Whereas it is of the utmost emergency that the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas have an up-to-date electrical code to protect the property and lives of the citizens of our city, therefore an emergency is hereby declared to exist, and this ordinance being necessary for the immediate protection of the public health, peace, health, and safety shall take effect immediately upon its passage and approval.
Need a motion to adopt the ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Vicky?
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
J.P. Hodges,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Allie Sugg,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Louis Short.
Yes.
Motion carried. Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause.
So moved.
Second.
Who was my movement?
Lewis?
Louis.
I'm second.
Lane Tubbs,
Yes.
J.P. Hodges,
Yes.
Jim Adams,
Yes.
Allie Sugg,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Louis Short.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Ordinance 2024-24. Wait, do we have to make a motion to do the by?
Yep.
Yeah, suspend the
Yes.
rules.
I make that motion.
I'll make that second.
Okay. Okay. J.P. Hodges,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Jim Adams,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Allie Sugg,
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Motion carried.
Ordinance 2024-23. 24?
24.
24. An ordinance adopting the 2018 Arkansas Plumbing Code 9th edition and 2018 Arkansas Fuel Gas Code. Be it ordained by the City Council of Heber Springs, Arkansas, Section 1, adoption of the 2018 Arkansas Plumbing Code 9th edition and 2018 Arkansas Fuel Gas Code. The City Council does hereby adopt by reference the 2018 Arkansas Plumbing Code 9th edition and 2018 Arkansas Fuel Gas Code and the whole thereof, save and except such portions as are hereinafter deleted, modified, or amended. Any future adoptions of the Arkansas Plumbing Code or Arkansas Fuel Gas Code by the state of Arkansas will be effective in the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, on the effective date of state implementation. Section 2, maintenance of copies for public view and inspection. Not less than 3 copies have been and are now filed in the office of the city clerk or recorder of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas. Section 3, inspection and supervision. It shall be the duty of the plumbing inspector for the city of Heber Springs or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, to enforce all provisions of this ordinance, and such inspector or inspector is hereby granted the authority to enter all buildings within the corporate limits of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas. The plumbing inspector for the city of Heber Springs or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, shall prepare or cause to be prepared suitable forms for applications, permits, inspection reports, and other such materials. It shall be the duty of the plumbing inspector for the city of Heber Springs or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, to inspect all work for compliance with this ordinance's adopted code and enforce changing of such installations that do not meet requirements. It further shall be the duty of the plumbing inspector for the city of Heber Springs or other appointed official authorized by the mayor of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas, to see that all persons doing work shall be qualified by state law. Section 4, application. From the date on which this ordinance shall take effect, the provisions thereof shall be controlling within the corporate limits of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas. Section 5, repeal of conflicting provisions. All ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict with the provisions of this ordinance are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict. Section 6, severability. If any section, subsection, sentence, clause, or phrase of this ordinance is for any reason held to be unconstitutional or unlawful, such decision shall not affect the validity of the remaining portions of this ordinance. Section 7, emergency clause. Whereas of the utmost emergency that the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas have an up-to-date plumbing and fuel gas code to protect the property and lives of the citizens of our city, therefore an emergency is hereby declared to exist, and this ordinance being necessary for the immediate protection of the public peace, health, and safety shall take effect immediately on its passage and approval.
Make a motion, we adopt the ordinance.
Hang on, a second.
Al, you gonna second it? Or did you do the motion?
I made the motion.
They did it at the same
I'll
time.
second.
Oh, okay. Any discussion? Ms. Vicki?
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
J.P. Hodges.
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Allie Sugg,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Motion carried. Now I need a motion to adopt the emergency clause.
I'll move.
Second.
When you're ready.
Okay. Louis Short,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Allie Sugg,
Yes.
J.P. Hodges,
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Louis, you can do your motion again for,
Do we have another one?
Mechanical.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ordinance adopting the
mechanical.
2021 International Mechanical Code.
Yes, so moved.
second.
Vicki, when you're ready.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yeah.
Allie Sugg,
Yes.
J.P. Hodges,
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs,
Nah. Yes, I'm sorry.
I
Jim
am gonna,
Adams.
yes, but I am gonna vote no once at this meeting.
Motion carried. Just so you can say you did.
Just
Heck
because.
yeah. Ordinance 2024-25. Just getting warmed up here. All right, ready?
You ready?
An ordinance adopting the 2021 International Mechanical Code, be it ordained by the City Council of Heber Springs, Arkansas. Section 1, adoption of the 2021 International Mechanical Code. The City Council does hereby adopt by reference the 2021 International Mechanical Code and the whole thereof, save and except for such portions as are here and after deleted, modified, or amended. Any future adoptions of the International Mechanical Code by the State of Arkansas will be effective in the State of Heber Springs, Arkansas, on the effective date of the state implementation. Section 2, maintenance of copies for public view and inspection. Not less than 3 copies have been and are now filed in the office of the clerk or recorder of the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas. Section 3, inspection and supervision. It shall be the duty of the building inspector for the City of Heber Springs or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas, to enforce all provisions of this ordinance. Such inspector or inspectors hereby granted the authority to enter all buildings within the corporate limits of the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas. The building inspector for the City of Heber Springs or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas, shall prepare or cause to be prepared suitable forms, applications, permits, inspection reports, and other such materials. It shall be the duty of the building inspector for the City of Heber Springs or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas, to inspect all work for compliance with this ordinance of its adopted code and to enforcing changing of such installations that do not meet the requirements. It further shall be the duty of the building inspector for the City of Heber Springs or other appointed officials authorized by the mayor of the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas, to see that all persons doing work shall be qualified by state law. Section 4, application. From the day on which this ordinance shall take effect, the provision thereof shall be controlling within the corporate limits of the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas. Section 5, repeal of conflicting provisions. All ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict with the provisions of this ordinance are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict. Section 6, severability. If any section, subsection, sentence, clause, or phrase of this ordinance is for any reason held to be unconstitutional or lawful, such decision shall not affect the validity of the remaining portions of this ordinance. Section 7, emergency clause. Whereas in the utmost emergency that the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas have an up-to-date plumbing, fuel, gas code, up-to-date mechanical code, international mechanical code, right? May want to get that fixed. To protect the property and lives of the citizens of our city, therefore an emergency is hereby declared to exist, and this ordinance being necessary for the immediate protection of the public peace, health, and safety shall take effect immediately upon its passage and approval. I think in our motion, we need to include that, amend.
I'll make a motion to approve the ordinance
Well, we got to, yeah.
Huh?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
with the amendment of the emergency clause being updated to reflect the correct ordinance. Instead of plumbing and fuel gas code, it mechanical.
To international mechanical code.
Second.
When you're ready, Vicki.
Okay. Who was my second?
Second. Or did we get it?
Okay. Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
J.P. Hodges.
Yes.
Blaine Tubbs.
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Motion carried. Need a motion to adopt the emergency clause as amended.
So moved.
Second.
Vicky, when you're ready.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
J.P. Hodges,
Yes.
Blaine Tubbs.
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Motion carried. Next up,
Louis?
the resolution we've all been waiting for, is the budget.
Wait, are we not doing the, do we already do this one?
Yeah.
What
We
one?
did all of them.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thought we had another one. I got two copies.
Well, we still have the budget.
Okay. No, I thought we had one more ordinance.
Sanitation ordinance.
I got two of them.
Yeah, but that's little.
He wanted to open it.
We have to read the resolution, right, but not all of the different parts?
I think we do have to read all
I
the
think we have to
different
read the
parts.
totals.
Yeah.
Want me to do it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm in.
He can come in each month and just read the meeting, read the ordinances.
You want to do it?
No, after January, you can still come in and do it.
Oh, okay. I could. I don't know if I will. All right, resolution for adoption of municipal budget, resolution number 2024-12.
12.
A resolution providing for the adoption of the budget for the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas for 12 months beginning January 1, 2025 and ending December 31st, 2025, appropriating money for each item of expenditure therein provided for and for other purposes. Whereas the city has made a comprehensive study and review of the proposed budget submitted by the mayor, and whereas as a finding and conclusion, the city council that the schedules and exhibits of anticipated revenues and expenditure for the calendar year appear to be as accurate as possible for budgetary purposes. Now therefore be resolved by the city council of Heber Springs, Arkansas. Section 1. This resolution shall be known as a budget resolution for the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas for the 12-month period beginning January 1, 2025 and ending December 31st, 2025. The attached budget incorporated herein as if set out word for word and figure for figure reflects revenues and expenditures as set forth in the succeeding pages. Section 2, the respective funds for each item of expenditure proposed in the budget for 2025 are hereby approved and adopted for the operation of the city of Heber Springs, Arkansas by the city council on this date and constitute an appropriation of funds which are lawfully applicable to the items contained within the budget. This budget may be altered or revised by action of this governing body, and unpledged funds may be subsequently appropriated to other purposes except as prohibited by law. Section 3. The mayor or his or her duly authorized representatives may approve for payment out of funds appropriated by this budget or otherwise approved by the city council for those purposes, or may disapprove any bills, debts, or liabilities asserted as claims against the city. Provided, however, that the execution of all contracts, conveyances, and lease contracts shall be performed by the mayor and city clerk or recorder when authorized by a resolution in writing approved by a majority vote of the city council present and participating. Section 4. If any provision of this resolution or the application thereof to any person or circumstances is held invalid, such invalidity shall not affect other provisions or applications of the resolution which can have a given effect without invalid provision or application, and to this end, the provisions of this resolution are declared to be severable. Okay. Budget summary. A&P balance, all these balances are 1031. Approximate balance is 136,000. Ending balance of 12/31 of 2025 after budgetary exceptions 108,000. Airport fund 210,000 currently. Estimated balance at the end of next year 151,298. Administration of Justice Fund approximate balance $16, and they're going to be a wash, $16 at the end of next year. Cemetery Fund approximate balance now 42,000. Estimated balance 12/31/2025 37,750. Community Center O&M balance 10/31/24 767,000. Ending balance estimated at the end of 2025 $507,786. Fire Equipment Fund approximate balance 10/31/2024 251,000. Estimated ending balance 12/31/2025 $271,850. Fire Protection Fund approximate balance 10/31/2024 52,000. Estimated ending balance 12/31/2025 $52,010. General Fund approximate balance 10/31/2024 $1.9 million. Estimated ending balance 12/31/2025 $1,350,422. Municipal Court Administration Fund, approximate balance 10/31/2024, $17,481. Estimated ending balance 12/31/2025, $17,481. Police Equipment Fund, approximate balance 10/31/2024, $28,704. Estimated ending balance 12/31/2025, $35,854. Sanitation Fund, approximate balance 10/31/2024, $2.2 million. Estimated ending fund balance $2,387,176. Street Fund, approximate balance 10/31/2024, $373,752. And estimated ending balance 12/31/2025, $165,664. And where's, is that all the pages on that? One, two, three. Is that good, or do they keep going? I think it's good, right?
Sorry, I think that's good.
I think that's it. You okay?
Yep,
You want to water or anything?
I got one.
You okay?
Yeah,
Need water in there?
I got one. I got a cough drop.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You need a water or anything?
I am so good right now.
We care.
Thank you.
I make a motion to adopt this resolution for the 2025 budget.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Vicki?
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Allie Sugg,
Yes.
Brad Tubbs,
Yes.
JP Hodges.
Yes.
Motion carried. Next, we have a sanitation ordinance.
Is this the addendum fee schedule one? Or is there an actual ordinance? I don't see it.
There's an ordinance, and I had to make some changes on the addendum fee. Did you guys all get that?
Yep, got it. Yep.
Do you need the ordinance? You probably don't want mine.
Yeah, I'd pass on yours. Anybody else have it? Lane, why don't you go ahead and read that?
Uh-huh.
I'll read it if you want me
Ordinance
to.
2024-26.
There's 26, yes, sir.
An ordinance to amend the Heber Springs Municipal Code, Chapter 5.16.05A, solid waste collection, declaring an emergency and for other purposes, whereas the City Council of City of Heber Springs has determined that the disposal of solid waste is essential to protection of the health of and safety of the citizens, and whereas in order to provide these services without interruption, it is necessary to increase the monthly residential and commercial user fees for solid waste collection. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Heber Springs, Arkansas as follows. Section 1, Section 51605A of the City of Heber Springs Municipal Code, solid waste collection is hereby amended to read as follows. A, the fee for residential and commercial can fees shall be $26 per month for a once-a-week regular curbside pickup service. The fee may be incorporated into the user's water bill. The extra can fee will be $9 per month. Section 2, all laws, ordinances, resolutions, or parts of the same that are inconsistent with the provisions of the ordinance shall hereby repealed to the extent of such inconsistency. Section 3, it is hereby found and determined that the disposal of solid waste is essential to protection of the health and safety of the citizens of Heber Springs, Arkansas, and being necessary for the preservation of the public health, safety, and welfare, an emergency is hereby declared to exist, and this ordinance shall be in full force and effect from January 1, 2025.
This increase is because of the transfer station.
Correct.
It's not that we're trying to stick it to people, it's we're
Right.
having to pay for it.
It's gonna, They're gonna go up on our disposal fees.
And
Excuse me.
they've gone up like 5 to 7%. No, I don't remember the
7%,
percentage.
I think.
Yeah, I think it was 7% last year.
7,
So, got to cover the costs
yeah.
while minimizing the expense to the citizens too. So,
I make a
Correct.
motion to place this on second reading by title only.
Suspend all the rules and read it one time.
Okay.
Is that what you'd like to
It was
do?
7
Sure,
hard time.
that's not what I
We don't have to
said.
read it.
Sure, I'll do it again.
hopefully we have more addendums where you can get more practice in.
You want to read it 3 times?
I didn't
By
I
title
want
only,
to read it
2
that
times.
time.
Whatever you wanna do.
That's fine. So it's in the rules and read it first time completely.
All good. I'll second that.
ordinance 2024, or do we have to vote on it first?
Yeah.
And you don't
Yeah.
have to read it again.
Yes.
I don't even have to do it by title
Hodges,
anymore, huh?
JP?
JP,
Yes, I'm sorry.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Jim Adams.
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Andy Eklund.
Yes.
Motion carried. Sorry, y'all.
It's okay.
I need a motion to adopt.
Make
I'll
a
make-
motion to adopt.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Vicky?
Ally Sugg,
Yes.
Jim Adams,
Yes.
JP Hodges.
Yes.
Andy Eklund,
Yes.
Louis Short,
Yes.
Lane Tubbs.
Yes.
Melissa Choate,
Yes.
Motion carried.
You have to have the emergency clause as well?
There's not.
there's not one on.
Okay.
Goes in effect January
January
1.
1.
Okay, open mic?
I have it, hold on.
Yeah.
Back to the minutes that we couldn't approve.
Yes, did you find something?
According to Robert's Rule of Order, a city council member who was absent from a meeting can still review and vote to approve the minutes of that meeting. Even if they were not present at the original meeting, they can offer corrections or amendments to the minutes before voting on their approval. So,
So we can pass them.
which I thought was the correct answer, but it
I
took a
talked
bit.
to Rebecca.
Okay.
And only if we have, in January, every year we pass that, how we're gonna conduct the meeting.
Uh-huh.
It has to have Robert's Rule of Order in that, and I don't know if it does. She said that we could make sure we pass it in January with that verbiage in it, and then you can vote on it in January for the October minutes.
Okay.
That's what she said. If we have Robert's Rule of Order in it already, then we would be fine to do it.
We do.
For sure.
But
I
I
feel like
don't-
we do.
I
think
feel
we
like
do.
we do.
I'm sure we do, but
Just go ahead and
I'm
do
sure
it, and
we
then it
do
won't
too,
count
but
if it.
I can't tell you that we do.
I say we do it,
hold on. I've
and
got-
then, and if not, then we go, okay, well, that one didn't count, we gotta do it again. Yeah.
We'd have the minutes from the February meeting to look at it, if anybody can look back.
I've got them here. I'm trying to find.
I do have February, actually.
Well, if you actually have the ordinance from January.
January.
It would
I
be a
bet I do.
resolution, I
Hang on,
believe.
I just turned my.
Resolution.
I believe it'd be a resolution.
Yes, it's a
So
resolution.
it'd be on the website.
Can we read it again?
Sure.
City, I've got it here.
You found it?
And while we're talking about that, at the beginning of next year, next month, if we want to change the meeting date or time or anything, we can do that.
Just make sure you let us know, because Melissa and I are gonna be there in the back with our MAGA hats.
Okay, I'll make sure to send you a text.
We can have a separate text.
It's gonna
You
be
gonna throw
perfect.
popcorn or anything?
No, but we're gonna ask lots of questions.
I'm gonna make some fat heads for it.
Bad heads?
That'd
That'd be
awesome.
great.
Okay. What was it called? Resolution for procedures?
Yes, sir?
I'd just like to thank the council. I think that they've done a good job this year as far as taking care of employees. And I think, speaking on behalf of everybody, that we appreciate it.
I agree.
Glad to.
We all appreciate all the work
Yeah.
you guys do too.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm not finding Robert's Rule of Order as part of our,
Hang on, reading two.
as part of our resolutions, the council procedures that we passed in January this year. Or ever, probably. But we need to add that for January 2025.
And Rebecca said we could in January, and then you can pass those October
Okay.
minutes.
That'd be fine, we'll do that.
Yeah, it's
And one more
not-
question before we have open mic. I ran into somebody else the other day that's interested in the open position.
I'm fixing to announce that.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Anybody want to address the council? Carrie? Okay, I want to thank Jim Lay, Jim Adams, and Melissa Choate for their years of service. Thank you very much. And thank all of you for being on the council. And Mr. Adams has put in his resignation, and so we will be taking applications, or people will turn in their resume for position 2 in Ward 2. We will accept those and appoint someone at the next council meeting. But until then, we probably need to have another, like a special meeting to do interviews.
Yeah.
Correct. So, do y'all want to set that up now, or y'all want to wait until the holidays are
Let's just
over?
see, if we only have one person submit an application, no need for a meeting,
Okay.
right? I mean,
No, yeah,
You already turned
Should we
it
put a
in?
deadline on that?
yes.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
2 weeks?
I'm only resigning because no one ran.
What?
I don't want you to think I'm
should
quitting.
just stay.
You
You're
could
quitting.
stay.
I'm good.
Quitter.
There's nothing against that.
I'm good.
Can we vote to make him stay?
You can vote, you can vote, but
No, we
it's
can
gonna say
vote.
absent every month.
You're
Except for
not gonna
December.
get your bust.
I'll never be here in December again.
Okay, so we'll put that out there for 2 weeks
Yeah.
to take applications, resumes for Ward 2, Position 2.
Because you'll want to
So-
swear him in at the January meeting,
2
whoever
weeks
comes, right?
from today would be January 1st.
That's fine.
Okay. So are we gonna post that on Facebook and the website?
Yeah, we probably should, just like a job.
Okay.
Yeah,
That send in, there's an open position for this ward, send in
Mhm.
resumes?
yeah.
Okay. So, all right.
Casey, do you need like, do you have all my email stuff? Or do I just hold tight for a while?
Do you want to send me like your password and all that? Samantha
I mean, I
may
could
have
tell
it.
you, but then I have to kill you.
She's down already.
I'll change it to something generic and give it to you.
Perfect.
Okay.
That'd be
I don't
great.
think I ever changed mine.
That's true.
Okay, well, I'm also excited to announce that Heber Springs has been recognized as a 2024 Trendsetter City
Yep.
by Arkansas Business in Tourism Development and Creative Culture category. So we want to say a big thank you to the Greers Ferry Lake Trails Council for all the hard work they've done to help make that happen, and the City Council and the community for all of its support. That's going to be a really big deal. We're super
Great.
excited. And I've had to keep that a secret way too long, so I'm so glad it's out there.
That's great news.
Yeah.
Now they have a deal, they get to go down and be recognized someplace?
Yes, we will get the award at Municipal League next month.
Cool.
And when is municipal league? I need to write that down.
No.
January
Middle of
15th
the
through
month.
I think
17th.
it's 15, 16, and 17.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we need to change that meeting?
15,
Yes.
16, 17.
Yes, because our meeting's the 16th.
Okay, let's do that real quick. When
Well,
would
we
you
can
guys like?
just, we can just meet up in Little Rock.
No,
No, can't do it.
we could, I guess, but
When would y'all like to change it to?
Don't care.
Melissa?
Anytime Jill and Melissa can be there, yeah.
Sorry, I had to say it.
You wanna do the 23rd?
yeah, probably.
Okay. That's all I got. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas to you guys.
Yes.
Can I make a motion to adjourn?
Yes. Need a second.
No.
So moved. Yeah, you didn't say no or anything.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't vote no on the sanitation thing. I was on the sanitation committee.
Okay. Thank you, guys.